What's up guys, it's BronzeGod321, welcome to the channel. And in today's video we're going to be doing weekly update number 3, where I discuss if I've had any losses or gains in weight or maintained. In addition, I'll also be talking about what you do if you experience a bad week, if you had more losses than wins, or if you didn't really make any progress or negative progress, what to do, what to address, and how to move forward. So that being said, let's get it. Alright, so first things first, I didn't lose any weight this week, which sucks, but I didn't get any weight this week, so that's awesome. You know, I set up at the beginning of the week to be a lot more active. You know, I was pretty active last week, but I made, you know, a point to do more, and didn't do a whole lot in the whole week. I think I maybe went walking twice. You know, I'd like to say I just wasn't feeling it, which is kind of the truth. But in the same sense, you know, it's kind of one of those situations where even though I'm not feeling it, I really need to just, you know, kind of grab the bull by the horns and just go for it. But that is a loss, obviously. But the win in that is that, like I said, I didn't gain anything. My diet was on point for most of the week. In another video, I'll kind of go more into detail on what I've been doing diet-wise. But, you know, 6 of the 7 days, I made sure I was at a deficit. I was eating, you know, whole foods, you know, chicken, broccoli, protein powder, some yogurt, you know, stuff like that. Still had my cheat day where I kind of, you know, did my thing, but you know, the diet's probably what saved me this week from not having a increase in weight. So even though I'm a little bummed, and when I say a little bummed, I'm a lot bummed, because I was kind of looking to have a big week this week. You just got to move forward. You know, these are the weeks that when they happen, and you know, whether it's losing weight or trying to make any kind of lifestyle change, these are the weeks that will ruin you. And I say that from, you know, years of experience of getting to a certain point and then quitting because something like this happened. And it's part of the reason why I started doing this. That way I could kind of put it out into the ether, you know, that even though in my head I'm pretty down about it, it's what we all go through. So if anyone out there is trying to do anything or trying to lose and you have that week, you just gotta acknowledge it and move forward. So yeah, taking L's, it just sucks. You know I touched on it a little bit already, but it's done. There's nothing I can do about it. I had an off week, and you know, dwelling on it too much is all going to, you know, fester and just make things way worse than they need to be. So you know, when that happens, you just kind of have to sit down and just take stock. So as I explained already, even though I didn't do much, there were no negative side effects of that, and in the grand scheme of things, there's probably still good things that are happening. I mean, the fact that I went on to still have a decent diet for 6 days of the 7 days, there's other body changes happening that, you know, on a microscopic level that I can't notice or see, and even though those aren't the wins that we want to hang our hat on, you know, we want to see the 20-pound losses, we want to see the, you know, the big, shocking, crazy things. Those aren't wins to just shove under the bed. You know, those are the things you have to acknowledge. Otherwise, you're gonna get in a rut, and it's gonna end. So make sure that when you are doing anything, if you have a bad day, a bad week, find the good in the bad. Acknowledge the bad happened, and that's important. Like, you can't just ignore it. You have to address it, and that's it. Then you dwell on the things that you won on, and those are the things that you take into the next week to move forward. So what I did today, typically, you know, I make these videos on Sunday and post them on Monday. So my my workout week usually runs Sunday to Saturday. I didn't do anything when I got up this morning, even though I knew I was making this video today, and I was like thinking about it all day. I'm like, okay, I can't have another week like last week. You know, I really, you know, being as heavy as I am, so we're still at 425. You know, there should be some weeks where I should have some pretty big weeks. So when I got off of work, I went walking, which is awesome. But here's what I did. That's pretty awesome. I know I'm tooting my horn, and I don't care. Even when I was in shape, I never walked that much in one setting, and I'm morbidly obese, and it was rough. I shouldn't say rough. It was hard. Probably by mile 4 or 5, I was definitely knees were hurting, ankles were hurting, but I just kept pushing. I kept telling myself, okay, this week was what it was. But now I've got a brand new week to really do some damage, some good damage next week. So why not now? So the whole time I was just listening to music and stuff, and when the music got boring, I basically I made a track of, I don't know if anybody knows who David Goggins is, and if you don't, you should look into it because he's a pretty amazing person. But I basically just made a playlist of him shouting and yelling and calling me or whatever, and you're mentally weak, that's at the other. That might not work for everybody, but hearing that stuff really kind of helped me keep things in perspective, to where I pushed almost a 6-mile walk, which I'm not necessarily looking for that boys, but pretty awesome. So that being said, starting this week off great. I was at I think I'm going to be at like a 3,000 calorie deficit, and that's eating still my normal 1,500 to 2,000 calories. Got a big walking session in. The work week is going to be a little rough, but still going to make that goal to try to get up every morning and then go to the gym every night. If that happens, awesome. If that doesn't happen, acknowledge it, move on. So I'm hoping that this coming weekend, I can really, I would love, being at 425 now, I would really love just a solid double digit week. Like I said, anything over 2 pounds is a win. I'll take it. But after walking what I did today, I felt really good about how that went, how I feel about myself. But I think most people know, once you see that just giant number for the first time, it's just like a whole nother level of just, achieving happiness. And, I can't wait for it to happen. And now that we've started on a fresh week, I'm ready to get it. So hopefully we can do this for not only me, but for you guys, and then go from there. So that about does it for this week. I'm finally started working on some, gaming content, which I'll start getting out there, just some playthroughs and fun stuff, and then I will be starting either this week or next week, I don't know, but what I did today actually kind of motivated me to do my first kind of series, besides this one, which is going to be PB Monday. I mean, whatever day of the week it is, so PB personal best or PR personal record. So since today was the first time I've ever did that, I decided that one day a week I will improve on that, because I've already proven that I can do it, so why not a tad bit more? So once a week I will try to beat my previous week's record by any amount, 0.01 miles, 1 mile, 5 miles, and the goal is to eventually work up to walking a whole marathon in one go, which is 26 miles. It's going to be hard. There's going to be some days, some weeks that it sucks. Again, more motivation for me to lose more weight, because the more I lose, the easier it's going to get. The more I work now to get to where I want, the easier it's going to be. And then it just all kind of, everything helps each other out. So I'm looking forward to starting that in the next week or two. And like I said, more gaming stuff will start coming out here soon. Appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. I'm not gonna lie, starting this channel, I didn't know how I was gonna feel about doing the first couple of videos, and now that I've done a few, it's actually just kind of fun. And like I said, it helps me keep on this, not only for me, but one day, I just finished my AA, so the goal is to eventually become to go to school to be a dietitian nutritionist. And whatever happens here, I mean, I don't have any illusions of grandeur. This is basically just a hobby. If something happens, if it's sweet. If not, then, I have this for me. But I was thinking about it, and it'd be really cool to have this whole series. So when I am in shape, and I have my own practice, where I work at a hospital, or, clinically, or in a gym setting, and I start coaching people, I have physical proof that I did something. Like, I can tell, I've gone through this multiple times, so I've been there and I can pretty much talk anyone through anything. But there's just something about seeing someone actually go through it and not hearing it, that just, it just speaks more than words, And that brings me to the last point I wanted to make in regards to that. I'm not going to be afraid to be emotional. There's going to be some days where I might be really upset. If I have an amazing breakthrough, I might cry a little bit. The goal is to not only go from beginning to end, get fat and be skinny, but just show all the stuff that goes through it. A lot of people don't talk about the little things, and there's people out there that don't want to talk about those issues because it makes them feel a certain way, or they don't want to complain or whine, and it's normal. Everyone goes through that stuff. And I feel like if I can show it for everything for what it's worth from A to Z, that not only helps me get it off my chest to you guys, but it might help someone out there start, or if they're about to quit, not. So yeah, I'm just super happy I started this, and thanks again for stopping by. So I'll have links in the description to all my socials. I'm going to start doing some YouTube shorts and some TikToks and stuff, just kind of like clips of what I've been doing during the day and during the week. And yeah, make sure you hit that sub button, click the notification bell, so that way you know when I have videos go live. Appreciate all you guys. It's been 2 weeks now, and slowly but surely we're getting there. So appreciate it very much. And next time you see me, I'll be back and better than ever. Later.